Hey guys, this is Sean from SeanMarket.com, and in this video we are going to compare the benchmarking test scores of HTC Bolt or HTC 10 Evo and the HTC Desire 10 Pro smartphones. So the benchmarking applications that we got today here are Antutu benchmarking, Basemark OS 2, Basemark X, Geekbench 3 and Quadrant Standard. And to save you time, we have already performed all of these tests. We will be just comparing the result of these two smartphones. So let's start it. HTC Bolt comes with Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 processor, Adreno 430 GPU, 3GB of RAM and Android 7 OS. HTC Desire 10 Pro comes with Helio P10 processor, Mali T860 GPU, 4GB of RAM and Android 6 Marshmallow OS. So these are the hardware specs and software information about these two devices. And now let's have a look on the benchmarking scores to see that how much all these specs are contributing. So let's start with the Antutu benchmarking. So here we are having the scores for HTC Desire 10 Pro. It's 77,138, and for HTC Bolt or HTC 10 Evo it is 80,927. And you can even compare the individual test scores like 3D, UX, CPU and RAM. You can see that in 3D, CPU and RAM, the winner is HTC Bolt, and in UX the winner is Desire 10 Pro. And even in CPU and RAM the performance is not much different. Both of them scored pretty much equal scores, but for 3D and the UX the difference is huge. So but our main concern is the overall score, and in terms of that the winner is HTC Bolt here. So now let's go back and let's have a look on Basemark OS 2. So you can see that HTC Desire 10 Pro scored 931 and HTC Bolt or HTC 10 Evo scored 1772. And the individual scores for system for both of these devices, they are pretty much same. For memory, the performance of HTC Bolt is better. It scored nearly twice of Desire 10 Pro. And when it comes to graphics performance, here is the deal breaker. The Adreno 430 GPU is much better than Mali T860 GPU, and you can see that right here in front of you in this graphics score. So HTC Bolt or HTC 10 Evo scored 5 times more than Desire 10 Pro here, and this is what affecting the score of Desire 10 Pro negatively, because in rest of the test the score is not much different for system and web especially, but when it comes to graphics and memory the difference is huge, and because of that the winner is HTC Bolt. And now let's go back and have a look on the Basemark X. It's a gaming benchmarking test, and let's have a look on the scores. So you can see that once again the winner is HTC Bolt here. It scored nearly 2.5 times more than or better than Desire 10 Pro, and once again you can give the credit to the better GPU of HTC Bolt, because this is basically a gaming benchmarking test, and for that the performance of GPU is very important. And since Desire 10 Pro is having inferior GPU, it is achieving less score than HTC Bolt or HTC 10 Evo smartphone. So this is the test number 3. And now let's go back and have a look on Geekbench 3. So here we are having the scores. For single core, HTC Desire 10 Pro scored 720, HTC Bolt scored 1028. So the difference is not so much, but still the winner is HTC Bolt here. And for multi-core, the score is 3015 for Desire 10 Pro, and for HTC Bolt it is 4568. So here is a bit difference. HTC Bolt scored 50% more than Desire 10 Pro in this test. So once again in this test as well, the winner is HTC Bolt or HTC 10 Evo smartphone. And now let's go back and let's have a look on the scores of our last test, and that's quadrant standard. And here we are having the scores. For HTC Bolt it's 28,998, that's 29,000 we can say. And for HTC Desire 10 Pro it is 22,365. So even in this test the winner is HTC Bolt or HTC 10 Evo smartphone. So we can see that the performance of HTC Bolt hardware is much better than HTC Desire 10 Pro, and the main factor here is the difference in GPU, because the performance of CPU, that Snapdragon 810 and Helio P10 is pretty much same, but the GPU performance is so much different. And also, even though the amount of RAM is more in our Desire 10 Pro, it's not much contributing in overall score, and HTC Bolt is winning in all of these benchmarking tests. So thanks for watching the video friends, and do not forget to subscribe the channel for more videos, tips and tricks, and hands-on videos like this. Have a nice day.